All right, and we
I
are
I was
live.
really hoping that you would have done that when I was saying that, but that's fine.
No,
Keegan eats dog food.
I specifically try to wait until you guys say the horrendous stuff that happens before stream before I switch it over. So anyway, hello everybody.
We're just. Oh,
Yeah,
go ahead.
no, I'm doing the intro. Thank you very much. We're not going to what?
Eat dog food to deal with our depression.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's fine. So anyway, hello everybody. We are Pentapals. We are here with another tabletop RPG night. Tonight we are going back to the Alien RPG for Free League's second published cinematic scenario, Destroyer of Worlds. So whereas the first scenario, Chariot of the Gods, is more based on the first movie, this one is a little bit more based on aliens, although having read through the scenario, I will say it is quite different also. So it is kind of refreshing to see that. But I am joined, as always, by the rest of the Pentapals crew. So starting off, I am Jesse, aka McMuffinfucker, in chat, and I am going to be the GM or game mother for tonight. And let's just go down my list here. And Tad, why don't you give an introduction?
I'm Tad. I'm freaking Satan in chat. That's all.
Tad does the Friday night streams, usually doing ethical science, things like RimWorld, and the one you've been doing recently is Evil Genius 2?
Evil genius. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, next up, Paige.
Yo, what up, motherfuckers? I'm Paige Izzle in the chat, and I do the Monday night art streams mostly, and sometimes I do video games too. Just depends how I'm feeling.
All right. Also,
Happy Earth Day.
Happy Earth Day.
Earth
yes.
Day.
Earth.
Welcome to Earth Day.
All right, Keegan.
I am Dubon23 in chat, and I typically stream on Wednesdays with no real foundational stuff. I just do whatever I feel like, I guess.
Yeah, it goes anywhere from Valheim to Car Mechanics Simulator, so there's a little bit of a range.
To be fair, I never planned to be the ethical science guy. I just tend to do ethical science a lot.
Yeah, that's just something. That's just you as a person. All right, and Chris?
He might be getting his fucking cordon bleu out of.
I'm here.
Okay.
What's going on?
Introduction.
We're doing introductions.
Oh, I'm Chris. I do retro games when people don't feel like streaming.
Yep, he's also chief examiner in chat, and his days are just completely random. He'll usually pick up backups for everybody else. So all right, so yeah, we are playing the Alien tabletop RPG by Free League Publishing, and like I said, we're playing the cinematic scenario Destroyer of Worlds. So give me 1 second here just to get some music going, for my end at least. Alrighty, so first thing that we're gonna do is because I wanted to wait until we are actually streaming for this, is we'll go ahead and pick characters. Now, with the characters, I'm not going to give you like the full like read through, like the front page stuff that you would normally have for the scenario, because I found in the last one, and especially with this one, there is a little bit of a tendency for these to have kind of like spoilers almost. I don't know if you remember, but from Chariot of the Gods, when Tad was playing Wilson, part of his like character sheet introduction was like, a special order just came in that you might be able to parlay into a fortune. And it just like that right there was instantly like, if anybody metagamed that, they would know, the corporate asshole has some kind of special order from the company.
Yeah.
Didn't the first Alien movie that this is based off of also have a special order from the company?
Yeah, Order 66, I'm aware, yeah.
I want to just hit you so bad.
It's why there's no Jedi. I don't know what your fucking problem is.
Also, Tad, yes, this is the soundtrack from Dead Space 3, using the OST. All right, so the 4 characters that we have available, there is Captain Silva. So Silva is the captain of your small squad. So for anybody who's watching, Destroyer of Worlds is all based on Colonial Marines. So everyone's going to be playing Colonial Marines. I've already
Hoorah.
picked out 4 characters that everyone's going to play. Captain Silva is very authoritative. There we go. That's a word. Also a big chain smoker. Um, so she kind of takes everything as seriously as possible, but she's the field commander for this special mission that everyone will be on. Then we have Private First Class Ruth Ann Dante. Dante is a little bit talkative. She is also in the assault team with Private Hammer, who I will get to next. Primarily, she is the assault marine breacher. So she carries a big-ass rocket-propelled grenade, shoulder-mounted, and she is a expert at blowing shit up. She was recently in an urban pacification training program, and her squad was killed by friendly fire. She woke up in a med lab and has some palpitations and some spinal injury. So she's got an interesting thing where there's a 1 in 6 chance that she might even accidentally discharge a gun when she tries to shoot it due to that injury. Alright, and then there is Private Hammer, Nathaniel A.W. Hammer, the automatic rifleman smart gun operator. Personality described as psychotic. The interesting thing about Private Hammer is he is an artificial womb soldier. So he wasn't born, he was grown in a vat and tailored to war. He loves the corpse and would gladly die and, more importantly, kill for it. He's got a little bit of an X-stimulant problem, and he carries one of those giant-ass machine guns. So Private Hammer's all about just murdering people. And then lastly, we have Warrant Officer Chaplain. Combat Technician, Hospital Corpsman. Chaplain is in the rifle team along with Mason. There's a few other people who are going to be in your team, but he is responsible for firepower, medical support, and coordinating the squad's field objectives with commands. More importantly, he is openly an android.
1 second.
He is a Hyperdyne 341C model synthetic that your old unit nicknamed Charlie Chaplain.
Is he also a chaplain?
He is not a chaplain, no.
Damn.
But he does have a sticky pad of false Charlie Chaplin mustaches.
What if I need to confess my sins?
Then you don't do it to an android. They do not care.
Well, neither is
That's
a
true,
priest.
they don't.
I mean, that's also fair. Alrighty, so those are the 4 characters that we have available for this session. As I already explained to you guys, but I'll go ahead and explain to chat, we are going to be playing Destroyer of Worlds, which is a little bit longer than Chariot of the Gods. This one is potentially going to be anywhere from 3 to 6 sessions, so we got a little bit more of a longer form scenario for everybody. But alright, so I we'll just kind of go down the list of the characters here. So first off, who wants to play Captain Silva, the squad leader?
I'll do it.
Keegan, you want to be the squad leader?
Sure.
Anybody have a problem with Keegan being squad leader?
Nah.
Alrighty.
I saw it again. Dead Space 3, I see it again.
Oh yeah, I had to switch over there just to see if the volume was alright.
The volume's always alright.
Ah, fair. Alright, so who wants to play Private Hammer with the big-ass gun? Alright, so Chris is going to be Private Hammer. And then who wants to play Dante with the big-ass rocket launcher?
That was the one who suffered the palpitation and stuff, right?
Yeah, the one who
Yeah.
had an injury, spinal injury.
Me!
Alright, so Paige
Oh,
wants
big
to be
old rocket.
a rocket launcher with a spinal injury, because that's safe.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, it is.
Tad, are you alright playing Chaplin the android?
Yeah, I'll be the robot.
Alrighty. So let me go ahead and assign these to you guys. We are obviously using Roll20. So let me just get your characters assigned, and then we'll get the agendas. For anybody who didn't join us for Chariot of the Gods, the every character here has an agenda for each act of the story. And that agenda pretty much just gives like an idea of how everyone should be played. It's not necessary, but it is good for getting story points, which this is also important for everybody. All of you still have story points left over. I didn't write down what your story points were after Chariot of the Gods, so I'm giving everyone 3.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think I used any of mine, so...
Yeah, so everyone will have 3 story points. Remember that they can be used for automatic successes. You cannot get more than 3. So just keep in mind that if you don't use one during Act 1, you're not going to gain one even if you do good roleplay.
Apparently, I put the main title theme for Blade Runner in the Alien RPG playlist I made, and I don't really know why. But here we are.
It's alright. It kind of works.
Yeah, it does. It's not really that bad.
Alright. Paige is playing Dante.
This track's called The Shaft. Just thought y'all should know.
I appreciate the knowledge.
You're welcome.
Private Hammer, that is Chris.
Are we gonna have hidden agendas?
Yes, you will.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I just need to hand them out, but I'm getting the sheets assigned first.
No, you're good. You probably already said it, and I just didn't hear it, so my bad.
I did mention the agendas, yeah. It's fine. Whoops. And this is Keegan, who is playing Captain Silva.
I'm guessing the second paragraph I should not
No, that's why I
read
didn't.
out loud.
Yeah, everyone has certain things in their paragraphs that I don't want you to read out loud. That's why I gave like the sort of introductions that I gave, so that way nothing would be ruined. Because normally you would be able to read that, and there's a couple of the characters in here where you would read the full paragraphs and you'd be like, well, that person's a bad guy.
Mhm.
Alright, so now, agendas. So here's Silva. So give that to Keegan. And then Hammer is going to Chris. Chaplin. Which is Taticus. And then lastly, Dante.
Dante.
Alright, so everyone should have their agenda cards now. You can go ahead and just look over them. Remember, don't tell anybody what your agenda says. And then if there's anybody in chat right now, or if one of you guys are willing to check, could you see how the audio balances between my talking and the music? Just because the music seems really loud to me, and I have it on like the lowest setting I can put it on.
I can hear you pretty well, but my Chrome, my volume mixer's fucked with because of games and my own music, so I'm probably not the best person.
Okay,
But I could hear
gotcha.
you, even with like my music going and like you talking to me in
Okay.
the Discord, I could still hear what you were saying.
Okay, that's good.
Or talking to us, I should say, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. No, that's fine. All right, as long as people can hear me, that's what I care about. But all right, so everyone has a chance to look over their agendas. So I am going to go ahead and get this rolling, and then obviously, we've only played the Alien RPG a couple of times, so there's going to be some rules and stuff that we're not going to fully have a good complete grasp on, but that's okay. We'll work with it as we go, and then obviously it's been a few weeks since we played Chariot of the Gods, so if we need like reminders or anything about how the rules work, we'll go over them as we get to them. But all right, so let me get this going. All right. You've all heard of the oil wars. Hell, most of you have been on the front lines as the United Americas, the Three World Empire, and the Union of Progressive Peoples have faced each other down over scarce oil reserves. Too many fronts, not enough grunts, as the saying goes. The United Americas Allied Command, UAAC, and the Colonial Marines maintain an uneasy peace, as protesters and insurgents cause trouble across the colonies. This is true of the United Americas refining and refueling station on the frozen moon Aristarchus in the Kruger 60 system, with its oil production and space elevator reaching into orbit from the ground. But the colony is in turmoil and decline. The 2180 Weyland-Yutani census cataloged 200,000 colonists on Aristarchus. In the 3 years since then, all but about 2,000 have abandoned the moon for greener pastures. Whilst the military needs of the USCMC are still being serviced, most of the colony is now little more than a ghost town. 1 week ago, the Union of Progressive Peoples annexed the nearby 61 Sigi system. All communication with the colony there on LV-038 was abruptly lost. In response, Allied Command assembled a fleet to take back 61 Sigi, using the Fort Nebraska refueling station in the Kruger 60 system as a staging ground. That's where you are. You expected to be passing through Nebraska on your way to war, but each of you Marines were pulled from your companies before they went FTL, leaving you stranded at the fort on the volatile colony moon Aristarchus. One of the largest oil producers in the colonies, Aristarchus is also a hotbed of insurgency. With the UPP moving in on Kruger 60 next, the United Americas has decided to cut its losses and evacuate the colony. But as of this morning, that evacuation was suspended. All civilian and military transports were grounded with no explanation given. With the insurgency problem, barely a skeleton crew of military personnel, and nearly 2,200 divided colonists stuck moonside, it's only a matter of time before the situation blows up. Now, Major Hatfield from the infamous Sin Eaters unit has summoned you for a special moonside mission. Every Marine has heard of Hatfield, a real soldier who always puts duty first and lost his arm as a result. His remaining left hand is always resting on the brass hilt of his antique U.S. model 1852 Marine sword, with its sharkskin grip bound by gilt wire. His hand grips the hilt as he speaks. Okay, listen up. Everything you are about to hear is need to know, and no one else needs to know, understood? As of 0200 hours, a 4-man Marine squad went AWOL from this base with classified intelligence. Intelligence that in the wrong hands will mean life or death on the frontier. Intelligence that simply cannot fall into enemy hands. Command believes the AWOLs plan to make contact with the Moon's insurgents and defect to the UPP. We're looking for Wojciech, Carvalho, Wright, and Reese. And he hands out information to your data pads that show the image of each of these individuals. Here's their ugly mugs and all the information we have on them. Everything else about them is classified. I want you to find these defectors for me, confirm their identities, as well as the identities of any other fucker they've passed information to, and bring them in. For the duration, you are Charlie Team. I will coordinate from Fort Nebraska. All communication will go through me on a secure channel. We are thin on leads, so start at the spaceport or that dive bar Oblivion. Some assholes there gotta see them. Remember, there are insurgents out there too, so stay alert. Now I see some looks. I know you've never worked together before, but I cherry-picked your asses because each one of you is the best at what you do, so get it done. Oh, and one last thing. Deadly force is authorized. Am I clear? I know what you're thinking,
Yes.
and you need to forget that shit. These bastards are not Marines anymore. They are traitors, and they are shit-yourself dangerous. Your orders are to bring them in alive if you can, but if they present a clear and present threat, you goddamn shoot, and you shoot to kill. I'll ask again, am I clear?
Yeah.
Crystal.
Yes, sir.
I can't fucking hear you.
Sir,
Crystal,
yes,
sir.
sir.
All right, on the ready line, Marines. Fall in and move out. Alrighty, so you guys are on the frozen moon Arearchus. Give me one moment here to load up an image for everyone.
I didn't bring my turtleneck.
Hi, I'm a robot.
Oh, here it is. Show to players. Whoops. Whoops. Show to players. Show to everyone. So this is the image of the space elevator going to the moon Arearchus. Arearchus orbits a gas giant. So you got the space elevator with an oil refinery up there, and you guys are currently located in Fort Nebraska.
Wait, the top of the space elevator is the oil refinery?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, the top of the refinery, or the top of the elevator is the refinery. There are oil pipelines that actually snake across the entire elevator, along with the actual lifts themselves, the cargo lifts. So the oil is actually pumped all the way into orbit, into the refinery. It's actually a similar refinery that the Nostromo tugged, but they essentially separated it, altered it, and put it here. So, all of you guys are on Fort Nebraska right now, as per the little opening script there. The 61 Sigi system was taken last week, and a fleet was assembled here to try to take it back. So you guys are on the eve of war. They are trying to evacuate the colony because they're expecting the UPP to show up and take this place, and they're just cutting their losses. But they have canceled the evacuation, and from what you now know, they've canceled the evacuation as you guys search for these 4 AWOLs. Now, Arearchus itself is a frozen moon. Now, it's not so frozen like Antarctica style, but it almost never gets above freezing. So in addition to your normal combat gear, everyone is decked out with heavy coats and scarves and gloves, and there's a constant kind of wind. Because of its, orbiting a gas giant, you almost never actually see real sunlight. And the gas giant with its bluest gases take up most of the field of vision. Now, Arearchus itself is actually decently sized, the colony, I should say. Let me switch over to the colony map so everyone can see it. So you guys are right in the center there where it says Fort Nebraska. So, as you can see, there are multiple districts. You have the oil fields to the north. You got District Northwest, the downtown, quote-unquote, area. District East with the medical facility. In between the two is the Marshall Station. You got District South, which has the Oblivion Bar. And then you've got the spaceport to the very, very south. And then in the bottom right of the map is a small map of Fort Nebraska.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So, quite a bit different from Chariot of the Gods, where you guys were inside of a tiny ship. You are on a colony that used to house 200,000 people. So
This is like a decently sized city.
Yes, this is a decent-sized city. Arearchus and the 60 Kruger system was an actual, pretty important oil refinery for the frontier colonies. And you guys vaguely know this. You're not as, tuned into colony affairs. But you guys know that the moon was privately owned up until a few years ago. When the military took it over after they discovered that they were also selling supplies to the UPP. So for the last several years, this has been a military-run refinery, which is why so many people left, because pretty much the economy dried up because it's no longer privately funded. Obviously, Wayland Yutani has a strong presence here. It has a strong presence pretty much everywhere at the UAAC. But yeah, So, give me one moment here. All right, so you guys were given data information on each of the 4 AWOL Marines, which again was Wojek, Carvalho, Wright, and Reese. So you know what they look like, you have their names, but that's pretty much like you're not given a whole lot of information with them.
Mhm.
So you guys are quickly ushered into the sub-level staging area. So the staging area, like I said, it's a sub-level. It has like some vehicle bays and some doors that lead to the outside. There is currently, just one moment. There is currently a battered M577 APC that is currently being refueled. That is going to be your ride for the duration of the mission.
Jeez. Okay.
As you guys are brought down there, you also see that there are 3 other individuals by the UPC. So one of them walks over. He kind of seems a little nervous, a little twitchy, but he introduces himself as Kale Iona. He has been assigned a support role to Charlie Team. He's a rifleman, but he's trained in driving. There is also Gunnery Sergeant Luca Mason. This is a member of the rifle team who works alongside Chaplin, actually. And so you know that Mason is a chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear defense specialist.
Sure. Did you got a PhD for that?
I don't know if she has a thing, but she knows a lot about radiation and its effects.
All right.
And then the other person that you have is Stanley T. Jimjewski. I don't actually know how to say his name, so it's just Stanley. But he is a rifleman first and a vehicle operator second, and he is assigned to the mission support team. He seems a little agitated and off, you know, like standoffish and everything, but these 3 other Marines are also part of Charlie Team with you. They are just the additional NPCs on the mission. So there are 7 of you and an APC.
I assume that they are still under my command.
Yes, you are technically the squad leader for Charlie Team.
Neat. Okay.
And then your main point of contact, obviously, is Hatfield.
Hmm. All right. Well, let's load up. Believe he said that we should start by asking around some like bars and all that stuff. So I imagine that's what we'll do to start with, at least.
Well, he
I think he said
mentioned...
specifically Oblivion. I saw, Oblivion Bar. I saw it in South District.
Yeah. He said the Spaceport or the Dive Bar Oblivion. I should say.
Can we Catter
Let's
Park?
check the dive bar first, yeah.
Yeah, Wildcatter Park. I want to see what kind of park they have on this shithole.
You want to see
I
what
imagine it'll have a lot of
Wildcatter
ice.
Park is?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's in the
It's
downtown.
like
hope
theme
there's-
park.
I hope there's cats there, and I hope they're wild.
You do know what a wildcatter is, right?
No.
All right. So Wildcat is the name of a type of vehicle, like an all-terrain vehicle. Wildcatters are the people who operate them. If you've seen the second Aliens, or the second Alien movie, Aliens, Newt's parents. Yes, Aliens. If you've seen Aliens, Newt's parents at the very beginning, that vehicle that they were driving with like the 8 wheels or whatever up into the alien spaceship, that was a Wildcat.
So do they just go there and like mud bog or something?
I'm pretty sure that's where they park most of the most of the Wildcats.
That's a pretty shitty park.
So it's not a theme park.
It's not a theme park, no.
That's lame.
I hate this game already.
I mean, we could go and we could like hotwire one of the Wildcats. That could be a good time. We're Charlie
going to this
Team. We can do
dive
whatever
bar,
we
right?
want.
What was that, Chris?
So we're going to this dive bar, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you guys want to make your way to Oblivion?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls 4.
Nice.
All right. Whoa. Okay. Nope, we're good.
Careful.
There was a little piece of dust that flew out, and I thought it was a spider, and I panicked for a moment. It's fine. I'm okay.
It's gonna get you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I noticed nobody asked, but it's all right. I'm okay.
I'm sorry, did the dust almost get you?
Yes, the dust bunny almost got me, and it scared me. All right, so you guys load up into the APC. You have, I'm assuming, Iona drive it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sergeant Iona, I believe, is the one with the skill. Yeah. Excuse me.
Is that piloting?
I believe so, yes.
Honestly, I'm probably better at it than them.
Mhm.
What's your total on piloting?
8.
Oh, yeah, you are actually probably a little bit better than Sergeant Iona.
I mean, if you're volunteering, soldier.
I mean, I'll drive it, I guess.
Okay.
All right, so you want to drive the APC?
Yeah, I'll drive the APC.
So Iona, a little fidgety still, like kind of nervous, but it's just like, all right, whatever. Doesn't seem super comfortable around the android, so he doesn't really seem to argue too much. He just kind of gets up, shuffles aside. Again, for anybody who's seen Aliens, this is the same sort of vehicle that they drove in that. So you got like some like monitors on the inside. But you guys start rolling your way out of Fort Nebraska and start heading south and slightly southeast down the streets of Ariarchus to try to get to the Oblivion Bar. The streets are for the most part deserted. There's a strong gust, not quite blizzard conditions, but there's some snow being blown about. It's not currently snowing, but the wind always creates kind of a constant updraft. The few people that you see walking around are bundled up. They've got their heavy cloaks and coats and stuff covering them. You guys know that the moon has had a lot of issues with insurgency. Especially, it's kind of hard when you don't know who to treat as being suspicious when everyone has to be bundled up, so you never know who has a weapon or something.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a lot of UPP sympathizers, especially after the military takeover of Ariarchus. But you guys are driving down the street. Again, for the most part, it's pretty abandoned. There's not a lot of people about. You know that a lot of people are down by the spaceport because obviously that's where the evacuation was taking place before they paused it.
Mhm.
And the people who aren't doing that are probably locked up in their homes waiting things out. But you guys are making your way down, and you eventually get down to the area by Oblivion. You see a sign that says Eye of Oblivion. And the Oblivion Bar itself is kind of like most of the buildings here are 2 stories. Usually your lower story is like your garage and storage area, with the second story being where you have the actual business or dwelling. So there's stairs and decks. There's a large blue neon sign with a winking eye. The eye has a red crescent moon as at the center, which marks the entrance to the bar. And you guys know from just spending a little bit of time here, the Eye of Oblivion is the only open bar in Ariarchus right now.
Mm. Okay.
You see quite a few like ATVs, which are the primary mode of like the normal like person's transportation, that are
Yeah.
parked alongside the bottom there. As you roll the APC up, there's a few people who are standing outside, and they quickly get the fuck out of the way when they see Marines are showing up.
That's fair.
I beep the horn.
So meep meep. It's a really sad horn for a military vehicle. Just meep meep. People look less impressed as they walk away.
Well, I feel like they could have given us a better vehicle now. Now I'm almost insulted.
I
Does
mean,
this even have any like weapons on it?
no.
It's bullshit.
I mean,
It
it's
should
an
have at
armored.
least
It's an armored
50
personnel
caliber
vehicle, so like
heavy machine gun,
it is still armored.
but it's not armed.
I mean,
But yeah, so you guys park outside Oblivion Bar. The people who are outside kind of just seem to like, move away. A few of them look like they're just trying to avoid you. A few of them kind of cast over some like glares. Like you can see a couple of people don't look super happy that you're there. But there's only a handful of people who are standing outside, mainly just smokers.
Even in the fucking rough edge of the universe, you can't smoke in the bars.
No, you can't smoke in the bars, even in ass out nowhere.
On a fucking rim world, you can't even smoke in a goddamn bar.
In the middle of an evacuation, on the eve of war, you gotta stand outside in the cold and smoke.
On the ice moon to smoke a cigarette or whatever
Yeah.
they are.
They are pretty much just regular cigarettes. There are brands of nicotine-free cigarettes, though, for some people.
For when you want to really fuck up your lungs and get nothing out of it.
Yeah. When you want to do just absolutely shit all nothing. All right. So what are you guys doing?
I suppose we should go inside and start asking questions.
Yeah.
All right. So, question for everyone, primarily for Hammer and for Dante. Are you guys bringing your big weapons inside?
I am not inside. I am outside, and I have the big weapon.
Okay. So you're gonna wait outside?
Yeah.
Okay. How about Dante? Are you going in?
Yeah, and well, actually, no. Can I sit in the car?
You can wait outside with the APC.
Yeah. Can I be in it?
Yeah, you can be in the
Chilling?
APC. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm doing.
All right, and then Chaplain, you already said that you're going in with Silva.
Yeah.
And Silva, you are technically the squad leader. Are you okay with Hammer and Dante staying out with the other three?
Yeah. I think the less force we roll in with, the more likely they're going to be to talk to us. So that's fine.
Okay. Alrighty. So for Chaplain and for Silva, so you two make your way up the stairs through the bitter cold and into Oblivion. Even though it's pretty like sparsely populated outside, the bar is pretty hopping. And again, it's the only open bar, and there are a lot of people who are essentially almost like celebrating the end of the world. Like the colony is being evacuated and abandoned, especially with the evacuation on hold. Your only option is to wait at home, wait at the spaceport, or party. So a lot of people have chosen to party. The base is
That's
rumbling. There's some strobe lights that are going off on the ceiling. There is the bar itself is curved like an S. And actually I have a map so you guys can see what it looks like. So you guys are entering from the north here. So there's multiple tables. Most of the tables are packed. The bar itself is shaped like an S, and the bar has a lit surface that doubles as a stage. And all of the other tables are the same way. There are actually 9 dancers who are dancing on the bar and on a couple of the private tables, 4 male and 5 female. And the crowd here is pretty dense as people are, dancing and partying and drinking and everything. A lot of people are kind of giving you guys confused looks and kind of moving out of your way, and then there's a lot of people who just don't really seem to be paying a whole lot of attention.
That's fair. Alright, well, I'm thinking that the bartender is probably our best bet. To start with, at least.
Yeah.
Alright, so what are you
You're
guys doing?
probably right.
Gonna start heading over to the bartender.
Alright, so you guys start passing your way through the crowd. They're kind of shying away. You see a couple of them that look like they're hiding stuff, like it looks like, like you see some powder on a table with what looks like a card, and somebody quickly tries to cover it up with a hat. As you guys are walking by, people are just looking at you kind of suspiciously and everything. You guys get up to the bar. You can see that there's a bartender. Obviously, there's a couple of bartenders. They all look really busy, and they don't really notice you right away. There's a couple of people, at the bar waiting for drinks. There's one person who is just very, very drunk and bitching to pretty much open air. Like there's somebody sitting next to him, but they're not actually paying attention. Like they have their back to him, but he's talking to them like they're paying attention. She. And then, there's a couple of dancers, including a very attractive albino woman who's dancing at the head of the bar. And then, like I said, there's a few bartenders, 3 of them to be exact. One of them, Tad would actually recognize a little bit easier. Silva would have kind of an idea, but Tad would definitely recognize this as being an android. She is actually what appears to be a pleasure model synthetic.
Mm. I would like to try to get a little bit closer to the guy that is complaining loudly. I don't want to jump into conversation with them, but I want to get an idea of what they're whining about.
Okay. So as you get a little bit closer to her, she, like I said, she's drunk. She's just bitching in general. From what you can tell from the little scraps of information that she's telling the person who's not paying any attention to her, she's angry because she is the captain of a freighter called the HMS Magpie, and her ship needs repairs, but unfortunately the repair team and the supply that she needs to get off the ground are in orbit, and because of the suspension of traffic, she can't really get the stuff down that she needs. She's had a lot of requests to get people off-world, and it would be really, really good payday, but she can't get it because her ship is stuck at the spaceport right now.
Alright, well, that... Her ship is stuck in this. Okay. Okay, well, that sounds like a whole lot of not my problem, so I guess I will leave her to it.
Tad, what are you doing?
I mean, I'm probably just following him around, Keegan's character, I guess she around. I don't really see this character being all that, he's not going to take the lead right now, at least.
Okay.
Is your character any good at talking to people? My character is okay at it.
You're probably going to be better than me. I am a robot.
That's fair.
I'm a medical droid, so if you got a boo boo, I can handle that.
Yeah. I'm okay. I'm a little bit better at
Well,
talking to people than I thought I was, but yeah.
what's your empathy?
My empathy is 4.
Okay, so we have the same baseline.
My manipulation is 2, and my command is 3. But I get the feeling command is not what I want to be using in this situation.
Probably not. And you have points in those, so you're better than me.
Okay. All right. Well, back up to the You said we have pictures of the Sin Eaters. They were.
Yes. Yeah, you have pictures of them.
Okay.
We
All right,
should ask the fuckbot first. Soldier about to go AWOL. He's gonna go see a fuckbot.
Sure. All right.
Nice.
I will approach the fuckbot.
Okay, so you walk over to the head of the bar where, again, all the bartenders are. Eventually, the synthetic makes her way over to you, and she just says, "Hi, what can I get for you?"
One
Looking.
fuck, please.
One of your finest sex.
Oh, God damn.
You do a discount on bulk deals?
Oh God!
We got like 6 Marines here.
I would like to get some information, and I will produce the pictures. I am looking for these people. I'm not sure if they were patrons of this bar anytime recently or not.
So she looks at the picture and she kind of stops for a moment and she leans in a little bit and she just says, "Can you wait maybe 10 or 15 minutes?"
I will look at the watch. I assume I have. I can wait about that long, but not much longer.
Thank you. I just have to finish up some stuff here and then I'll have a chat with you about that.
Okay.
And so she kind of walks away and starts serving a couple of the other patrons. Is there anything else that you two are doing?
I don't think so. There's no reason for me to drink anything, so I'm not getting a drink.
I kind of don't want to leave the spot. If you want to go try to get any info from the bartender himself.
From like a different bartender?
I don't believe that the pleasure bot was a bartender.
It was a bartender.
Oh, it
Yeah.
was.
She
Okay.
is literally
Never mind then.
serving drinks to other
That's fair.
patrons right now.
That's yeah.
She
I
literally
could go-
walked up to you to try to take a drink order.
I could go see if what's her face, the captain person, got any requests from those people to get off world.
Yeah. Yeah. She was saying a lot about trying to get a lot of people out of here. So I suppose that might be for the best. Do we only have the one set of pictures?
You all have pictures in like your
Okay.
data pads.
Okay. So yeah, I guess I'll go do that.
Okay. All right. We're gonna pause on you guys for a moment. So for Hammer and Dante, are there anything, or is there anything specifically that you guys are doing right now? I know Dante, you said that you're sitting inside the APC. Is Hammer inside the APC or waiting outside?
Waiting outside.
Waiting outside. Okay. So you're like picking up like a guarding position almost.
Yes.
Okay.
And I brandish my knife at everyone who passes.
Jesus. So people are giving you
Okay.
a pretty wide berth as you're doing that.
As they should.
Did I get dropped?
No.
Or is there
Oh,
anything
okay.
specific that you guys are doing?
All right. First of all, God damn it. Continue, I'm sorry.
Okay, so as you guys are waiting outside, Dante, you're inside the APC. There's one other person. We're gonna say Stanley, the Jimzewski, the name I can't say, who's hanging outside right now with Hammer, and then you're inside with Iona and with Mason. Like I said, you got the view screen, so you can kind of see outside. The snow is starting to pick up a little bit, like it's actually starting to snow now. The wind's still pretty strong. Paige, go ahead and give me a observation check for Dante. No modifiers.
Oh, this should be great. Hell yeah.
Okay,
Nice.
so you're like playing Galaga on one of the screens or something and not really paying any attention to what's going on. But
Yeah.
Hammer, so you're sitting outside taking that kind of Overwatch position, and you actually can see what appears to be 5 individuals who are kind of walking in your direction. You can see that one of them, they're all bundled up, obviously, but as they get a little bit closer, you see that 4 of them, 4 of the 5 have on these, like, kind of like armored suits that you can, like, see from, behind their coats and everything. And the main person who's walking up front, the woman, she's got, like, again, like a big heavy coat, but she's got, the Wayland Yutani logo just, like, emblazoned on the chest, and you notice that the other 4 appear to have that as well, although the other 4 appear to be at least, like, security officers, and they're making their way over to you.
Alright, let's see where this is going.
Okay, so
Racks around.
they kind of walk up. The 4 individuals, the security officers, are they're kind of trying to look tough. It's a little difficult with Hammer's giant gun. The
And
gun
the brandishing knife.
and the brandishing knife. They definitely have their guns out, and they're looking a little anxious with that knife out. But you see the woman doesn't seem to give a shit. She walks not too close because you had a knife, but she stops a little bit away from you, and she just says, "Hi there. My name is Miss Eckford, and I was curious to know what you're doing out here."
Standing.
How's your search for those Marines coming?
Going fine.
And have you made any headway?
Not sure.
Is there anybody else I can talk to?
Inside.
Inside.
She glances over to the bar, and, like, she kind of has, like, a look on her face, like a little bit disdain or whatever. And then she walks over to the ABC and she just, like, knocks on the door. And then Iona looks over at you, Dante.
Okay, I'm gonna open the door.
Alright, so when you open the door, you can see this Wayland Yutani woman along with 4 Wayland Yutani, like, security commando guys standing outside with Hammer and Stanley.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's just looking over at you and she says, "Hi, I'm hoping you're going to be a little bit more vocal than your friend here."
Yeah, hold on, sorry, I have a headache, so I have to get into the mode that she's, like, talkative, and just hold on.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was her character trait.
Okay. Yeah, I can give you more information. What are you looking for?
Well, I was curious how your little manhunt was going.
Well, as you can see, we're clearly not all here at the vehicle. Some of us went into the bar to get more information, right?
To get
That's
crunk.
me out of character. To get crunk?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm getting
Oh,
fucking
okay.
Android wasted.
White Android wasted.
I'm installing bloatware.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
Slows down my neural processes.
So some of us are in some of our team is in the bar. Obviously, we're out here, but we haven't really made a ton of headway. We're still working on it, but that's pretty much all I got for you. I don't know what's going on in there. I haven't gone in the bar. So if you want more information from as far as that end, you're gonna want to go into the bar. And I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just telling you the truth.
So she again kind of looks over at the bar with a little bit of a look of disdain, and then looks back at you and just says, "Well, my name is Miss Eckford. I obviously work for Wayland Yutani,
Yes.
and obviously, we know quite a bit. We're looking for the Marines too. I think our goals kind of align here a little bit, so maybe we can cooperate."
Okay. I'm not the person to give that call, considering our squad leader is currently in the bar. So yeah, I hear what you're saying, but I can't give the ultimate call on that one. I apologize. I can tell you clearly do not want to go in that bar, but you're gonna have to go in that bar. Do you want me to go in that bar with you? I will go in the bar with you if that's what you need to go into the bar.
So she looks at you with a little bit of like an exhausted look, looks back at Hammer. I love the contrast of one of you talks too much and the other one doesn't. Especially since you two are the two that work together.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so
It works
she
perfectly.
it
Yeah, it
does.
does.
She's a people person, and I want to eat her skin. Wait,
Okay.
Wait. My skin or this bitch's skin?
No, you're cool. You're cool. Her
Okay.
skin.
Okay.
You don't look tasty.
You don't use enough
I got
lotion.
a fucked up spine. Yeah, it's true. Anyway.
So Eckford just kind of lets out a long sigh, and she like reaches in her pocket and she pulls out a card. It's like this weird kind of clear plastic card. You guys recognize it. It's a kind of card that you would use to like dial up somebody or contact
It's an
them.
American Express card. Got it.
Yes. And she just hands that over to you and she says, "Well, how about when you guys find some more information, you have your captain give me a ring."
Okay, sounds like a plan. And I'm gonna just take the card from her hand. I'll let him know as soon as he gets out of the bar.
All right, and she just
Wait, what?
Captain Silva's a she.
Oh, my bad. I'll let her know as soon as she gets out of the bar. My bad.
So Eckford just kind of nods and then gives you guys a peculiar look and then walks away with the four Wayland Yutani commandos following her. Alright, so Tad. So you sit down next to the disgruntled captain. And she, like I said, she was talking to the guy next to her who isn't paying any attention. As you sit down, she instantly just swings over to you and starts bitching to you, like without any break in the conversation that she had whatsoever.
Okay.
Damn.
I just kind of let her do that for a bit. I just like brain alt tab to my emails or something for a little while.
But yeah, so she's just same thing. She's just bitching about, man, you have no idea how much money I'm potentially losing. Not only from the repairs I need on the Magpie, but so many requests that I could have been getting people off world. This could have been a hell of a payday, but the damn... And she stops for a second and looks at you and then just shrugs. The damn UAAC has everything suspended.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I just kind of tab back in. And I'm like, speaking of the USAC or whatever.
UAAC.
UAAC. There's a couple Marines we've had go missing. We were wondering if maybe they had talked to you to get off planet, and then I just kind of turned my data pad around and swiped through their pictures for her.
So she takes a moment to try to focus her eyes on the data pad as you're scrolling through. She's like, wait, do that one more time.
Okay.
Mhm.
Do it one more time.
Okay, one more time. Just like
Okay.
just the
I'll
last
do it one
two.
more time.
Okay, now the first two.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. And then she points at one of them, which you recognize as the AWOL Marine Wright. And she says, I recognize her. Yeah. She came up to me just, I believe it was yesterday, trying to get off world. She was asking around at the spaceport.
Okay. I just kind of close my data pad and I say, you've been a great help. Thank you. And I go back over to the squad leader, captain, sergeant.
Captain.
Yeah.
And then, like, she just instantly turns back to the other guy and starts talking to him again.
Yeah,
So-
I just walk up to the captain. I'm just like, we have a positive ID on one of the suspects.
Excellent. That didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would.
Last
is
seen at the
there
spaceport.
is there anything that you were doing while he's having that conversation, Keegan?
I'm just waiting for Pleasurebot to get back around. I should ask for Pleasurebot's name.
All right. So, Chaplin comes back. You guys, he tells you that information. Shortly after that, the synthetic comes back, and she just kind of like opens one side of the end of the bar and motions to you guys.
All right, I'll head on over there.
All right. So she takes you.
Her name is Fuck Blaster 7000, by the way.
It is not.
Oh my God.
It is not.
Yes. I'm getting a shirt made that says Fuck Blaster 7000 and one of you assholes is wearing it. I'm sorry, that is done.
I want to wear it.
You'll wear it?
I was gonna say that sounds like a
Okay.
Chris thing.
Alright, Chris,
Yeah.
I'll make you a shirt.
All right, so she leads you behind the bar into this like kind of side door, and you guys go into what looks like an office. It's fairly simple, but she actually steps behind the desk and sits down.
Oh, all right.
And then she just extends a hand out to you and says, I am known as Faye 2. I am the manager of the Eye of Oblivion.
Bay 2.
Faye 2.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll put my data pad back down with the pictures open. We're looking for some AWOL Marines. Wait, no, I probably don't want to say that. We are looking for some Marines.
As you show her the data pad, she starts looking through and she says, yeah, they were here last night.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Would you happen to have any information on where they went?
After they came here, no. They were here till about 2 a.m. I remember them meeting with a short, balding man I don't really recognize. They had an argument and then they left separately. One of them left very angrily. There was one straggler I remember who got very, very drunk. And if I remember correctly, he was arrested shortly after he walked out for public intoxication.
One of the Marines was.
If this is a Marine, yes. And she
Okay.
points to... Give me 1 second, I gotta remember who the fuck this is.
I hope it's Wojak.
She points to Reese.
Damn.
Okay.
Do you have any
All right,
security footage of this?
She does.
Could we get that? A copy of it?
She says, yes, of course, anything for the Union. And she says that a little quietly, like she doesn't want anybody else to hear.
Mm-hmm.
They're Confederate
All right, well.
spies here.
Do you say
What
that?
was that?
No.
He was making a Confederacy joke. So she brings up the security footage on one of the monitors that she has on her desk. It's pretty grainy. You know, you got to remember that the technology in Aliens is both high tech and also really, really shitty because it was made in the 70s when they didn't know what it was actually going to be able to do.
Yeah.
So you know it's a little grainy, but you can actually see the four Marines, and you can see them meeting with somebody. Um, uh, and you know you can see his face, but it's not obviously anybody that you guys recognize, unless there's something that you want to do about that. I will
Well,
say you do have communications with Fort Nebraska and
What?
Hatfield.
Yeah, I was gonna say, could I send that back and have them try to ID the guy?
Hmm.
Yeah, they can. So if you contact on your data pad, they can at least try to run a check for you through the data pad. Go ahead and make me an observation roll.
I'm good at that, so I'm gonna fail it.
Hmm.
Am I good at that? Yes. I'm okay at that. Plus, minus 0, I'm guessing.
No modifiers.
Hey, I did it!
Hey, there you go.
Nice.
So running the check across all known colonists with this person's image through the data pad while he's talking to Faye 2, you actually are able to identify him as a suspected insurgent by the name of Ivan Stoles.
Oh man. Ivan Stools is a bad guy.
All right. Um. You said that you don't recognize this man at all.
I don't know.
Okay.
Have you heard the name Ivan Stoles?
No, not offhand. But I get a lot of people in this bar.
Mm-hmm.
You say that
All
like
right.
you can't just search your databanks and get the answer to the question I just asked.
She kind of just looks at you for a second, and she says, I wasn't
Control
programmed
F.
for stuff like that. My databanks are filled with different types of information.
Okay. Can I give her one of my cards like the lady outside did?
Yes, yeah, you can give her your
Okay.
contact information.
If you get any information on him or anything else that might be useful, I would very much appreciate it if you could contact me.
No, that's no problem at all. I'm glad to be of service to the UA.
So after he gives him her after Keegan gives her technically her card because Keegan's character is female, I just kind of reach out and I put one of my sticky mustaches on her and I walk out.
Excuse me. Wait,
Wait,
hold
what?
on, I missed something.
So his character,
just happened?
His character has little stick-on Charlie Chaplin mustaches because that's what his
Jesus
squad used to call Chaplin was Charlie Chaplin. So he used to put little mustaches on just as a joke to cheer him up. So
Oh.
you,
Sorry, I asked.
Tad did not come up with that. That is actually part of the character background.
Yeah.
That is literally
The
the
sticker
equipment that
part,
they have.
or-
No, the sticker
Yeah.
is included. That is actually the signature item that Chaplin carries. Is his.
I hate this game.
All right, so you stick the Charlie Chaplin mustache on her, and she just gives you like the weirdest look as you get up and walk out. She doesn't take it off though.
I bring my my finger to my mouth in like a hush as I walk out, like shh.
Keegan?
Oh, I don't want to get into it. Okay. Well, we have that information, so I guess the first thing to do would be to check the local jailhouse.
Yeah. They might have records on Ivan Stoles as well.
Well, also, one of them got arrested.
Well, yeah. If you wanted to go for the easy solution, I guess.
So you guys heading back outside?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys walk back outside. You know, the APC is obviously still parked there. There is nobody around the bar now. As you can see, Hammer's got his big-ass gun, and he's brandishing a knife.
As soon as they come out, the brandishing stops.
Okay.
Oh.
So he's just standing
Well,
out
I
there.
have to think just myself is intimidating.
Like the brandishing stops, like you're trying to hide the fact that you were brandishing the knife, or
No. Just like, alright, I don't need to brandish this anymore.
So he was brandishing a knife, and you can see him like look over, kind of like, okay, and then put the knife back, and then continue just holstering his giant gun with the articulating arm.
all right.
You know that Dante's inside the APC.
Yeah, the massive show of force probably isn't necessary.
No, it is.
I mean now it is, because you've sort of like made that the statement, but I guess.
Yeah, if you stop now, you'll look like a bitch.
Yeah.
And they'll definitely
Exactly.
exploit that. All right,
All right,
saddle
well,
up, cowboys.
Yep.
I get in
To
the driver's
the,
seat.
To the police station.
The
Alright,
Marshall
so-
station, I think it was.
So you guys are getting back in
Yeah.
the APC.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, are you, Captain Silva, going to explain any of this information that you've received
Yeah,
to
once
your
we-
actual squad?
Yeah, once we're like in the APC and not, talking out into the open air.
Well, I
Yeah.
just said, yeah, okay, so you're in the APC.
Yeah, I will relay that we are going to head to the police station because one of the Sin Eaters was arrested last night for public intoxication. Also, Ivan. What was his name? Ivan
Stoles.
Stoles.
Yeah. A potential insurgent/insurgent sympathizer has been seen with them, so we might need to look into him a little bit. And there's a ship at the port that belongs to one of the captains inside that they asked if they could get off world with her, but her ship is sort of locked down right now, so that was a dead end for them. What was it called? The Muskrat, I think it was.
The Magpie.
Yeah, the magpie.
I don't know.
What?
I just remember M.
Where the
What
fuck
should-
did you get Muskrat?
What should I name my ship that flies through the sky? The Muskrat.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Duh.
Good name for a boat.
There's
though.
been dumber names.
Yeah. Okay, I start driving to the station.
Okay. So you guys start making your way to the station. Give me one moment here. All right, so you guys are making your way to the station. The station is not terribly far away. Let me switch you back to the Ariarchus colony map. So the Marshall Station is going back north, so it's in the opposite direction of the spaceport, back in the direction of downtown. A little bit closer to Fort Nebraska, but a little bit more to the east. So you guys start making your way to the Marshall Station. You get about right here kind of only maybe a mile, half a mile away from the Marshall station. And you're driving along, and Tad, I need you to make a piloting check.
Okay. No mods?
No mods.
Did it.
Nice. All right. So you guys are making your way along, and as you get to one of the side streets there, you actually can all feel a big jarring as an explosive device explodes underneath the APC as you drive over it. Luckily, Chaplin's able to like kind of veer out of the way just in time, so the APC itself doesn't really take any damage. But
Okay.
as you do that, you see 5 individuals rush out from kind of like side alleys and stuff with guns.
Oh, it's about to get messy.
I park. Captain, request we neutralize the suspects.
They'll probably just follow us if we don't, so
I'm already out the door.
just rack a gun.
All right. Side note to Chaplin.
Yeah.
Remember, you are a synthetic. By programming, you're not supposed to hurt people.
Yeah.
Just
Unless
a reminder.
they're directly threatening the life of someone.
Yes, but even then, non-lethal.
Mm-mm.
All right. So, you guys park, jump out. Now we are going to do. What the fuck? Why do I have so many decks out?
Mm-mm.
Alright, give me a second here. We're going to do initiative, but I'm going to like hide all of these decks that I'm not using. That are just
Speaking
out
of
by
decks.
default.
Daily.
Oops, I need to go over here. Right? Oh, here it is. Okay. So, story, playing cards, scenario, agenda. Oh, I don't know if they have an agenda deck. Or, I mean an initiative deck.
That's not good.
What? Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, I'm not seeing an initiative deck on this. I see an agenda deck, scenario item cards, NPC cards, story deck, playing cards.
Playing cards? Alright.
Technically, playing cards would work.
Playing cards do work, so we're just going to use playing cards. Playing card is a default for all of them. Like every
Yeah.
thing that you do has a playing card deck in it.
That's fair enough, I guess.
All right, so Tad, go ahead and draw.
Okay. Ace. Is that
Ace.
good? Ace is high?
Ace is 1.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
Paige, go ahead and draw. Remember, 1 is actually good, though.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're doing playing cards?
Yeah, we're just doing
Yeah.
playing cards.
4.
How did you manage to put it face down?
Yeah, I
not-
can't.
It's face up
It's right
on
there.
mine.
Face up on
Yeah,
mine.
it's 4 clubs.
Oh, it's
Huh.
face down on mine.
Face
It's,
down
she
for
dragged
me
it
too.
off the deck. It's not on the deck.
Oh, okay, that would explain.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh, there
Oh,
it is.
yep, there
okay.
it is.
Okay.
Bunch of dumbasses.
All right, Keegan, go ahead.
Alright, do you want me to just click it or pull one out?
Just click it.
4 of hearts.
4 of hearts. All right, clubs is gonna beat you, I think. I'm just gonna rule it does.
Okay.
I don't feel like looking in the book just to see what the fucking suits do. Because it is in there, because you can use regular playing cards for initiative. I just don't feel like looking that up. Chris, go ahead and draw.
Two.
2. Nice. Alrighty. So initiative order. 5. Alright. So we're going to have Tad, Chris, Paige, Keegan, and the other dudes. Alright, Tad, it is your go first.
Okay. I guess I will just go and non-lethally subdue a man with a punch, probably.
Alright, so you're gonna rush towards the nearest insurgent and try to punch him?
Yeah,
Alright, go ahead and give me, what would that be, close combat?
I'd imagine it's close combat, yeah.
Alright, go ahead and give me close combat.
I got one.
1, alright. So, are you attempting to, like, grab him, wrestle him, or just hit him?
Probably just, like, punch him. Maybe use my medical knowledge to know where to punch him to knock him out and not kill him
Not
my
very
mighty-
Johnny Grappleseed of you.
with my mighty android strength. I'm not Johnny Grappleseed anymore.
He's not Johnny Grappleseed. We don't need to talk about Johnny Grappleseed. So you manage to hit him. You instantly do it in the most non-lethal way possible. The only reason I'm even ruling that you can is because of your medical knowledge. Otherwise, you
Okay.
wouldn't be able to hit him at all because synthetics are not supposed to be violent towards people. But you hit him and you do a little bit to him, but he is still like all right. Like he is still up, but he's obviously injured a little bit. Chris,
Yeah.
it is your go.
Gonna shoot my gun.
You're gonna shoot your gun. Alrighty. So you should on your character sheet. Oh, I don't think it actually has that listed on there. Alright, so you got your M56 smart gun. So go ahead and give me ranged combat while I look this gun up. Alright, so you got
did the
one hit
clicky.
on that.
That's not me.
Oh, no, that's Chaplin. Alright.
Why did it not go through?
I don't know.
There we go.
2, alright.
Nice.
Do you want to turn that into extra damage?
How you do that again?
It's just every success after the first you can turn into extra damage, or you can try to do another kind of stunt if you want.
Oh god, no extra damage.
Extra damage. Alright, give me 1 second here. Alright, so the base damage on this, so you actually get 3 bonus dice for the smart gun, so go ahead and roll me 3d6. Alright, none of those were successes, unfortunately. But it has a base damage of 3, so you do 4, so you just mow down one of these guys.
Yeah.
You just kind of cut him right along the torso, and he just crumples over. Also, I want everyone to take 1 stress from having combat contact.
I don't get stressed, right?
No, you don't. Synthetics can't get stress.
A hardened veteran being stressed in combat.
Hey, stress is good, remember?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Small amounts is, yeah. Alrighty, next up is Paige.
Hammer's just sitting there just like, fuck yeah, I'm so stressed.
Okay. Well, clearly I'm going to shoot at something.
What are you shooting with?
RPG.
Let's take a-
Jesus. You've got, so your equipment, you've
the
got the...
pulse rifle,
yeah.
the crafting torch, grenade, pistol. Yeah, I'll do just the rifle, pulse rifle.
Alright, so you should be able to just click the attack button next to the M4A pulse rifle.
Ooh.
Hey.
Damn, alright, so that's 3 hits on the pulse rifle. Give me 1 second here. So the pulse rifle's damage is 2. Do you want to convert that to damage? Or try to do something else special with it?
Fuck, what else could I do special with it?
Give me 1 second. The one thing I will say that is a slight critique of the Destroyer of Worlds on here is just the fact that they don't have the basic rules included, because you're supposed to have the rules already available. So I do understand why they don't do that, but it does make it a little not convenient compared to Chariot of the Gods when you got to look things up. So give me 1 second. So that's close combat, range combat. Fuck, that's not what I was looking for. Okay. So you can inflict 1 more point of damage with each of the additional successes, which you have 2 successes. You can try to pin down the enemy, in which case they need to make an immediate panic roll. You can position yourself and exchange your initiative score with your enemy, which you don't want to do because you go before them.
Yeah.
You can make them drop a weapon, or you can make them fall to the ground or be pushed back.
Damn. I'm gonna make him drop a weapon.
Okay. Now you have 2 extra successes, so that you, with 1 success, you can make the guy drop a weapon, but you can also do another thing with the other one.
Push him back.
Okay.
Push him back. Push him back. Push him back.
All right. So you do 2 points of damage. So you shoot him in the like the side. He starts bleeding. He's still like
yeah.
okay, but you shoot him in the side. His arm goes down. He drops the weapon. He tries to like grab for it, but you shoot at him, and he kind of like has to step away from it as you're shooting at him. So he's not able to like actually reach the weapon to be able to pick it back up.
Right. Okay.
All right. Next up is Keegan.
I am going to shoot at a fresh target.
At a fresh target. What are you shooting with?
My M41A.
All right. You should have the little attack button.
Yep. Click. No
it really
modifier.
irritates me that Hammer doesn't have that automatically
3.
plugged in for his big ass gun.
I already did it. Is there anything special? It was bonus 3 dice, 3 damage, right?
Yes.
Nothing else special on it.
I mean, there's some special traits, but that's all you need for that.
That's all just going to be extra damage.
Extra damage? Alright, so you have a base
Yep.
damage of 2. Alright, so you just take your gun and you manage to just blow one of the insurgents' head right off with a clean precision shot.
Nice. Kabang.
Alright, and then that makes it their turn. Now, one thing to point out, I believe all of you have M3 personal armor.
Mm.
Just making sure
Just
you all
checking.
have M3
Yes.
personal
Yeah.
armor. Okay.
I do not, but I'm an android.
You are an android, but this is important. So, give me a second here. Alright, so standard issue for the USMC M3 consists of rigid armor padded vest, ballistic pad covers the abdomen, blah blah fucking blah. Alright, armor rating 6. Okay, Jesus Christ, that is really high armor rating.
Do I also have?
No.
Okay.
You just
No.
got a lot of health.
Chaplain does not have armor. They don't usually give synthetics armor or weapons.
It's fair. I am armor and I am
Sorry.
weapon.
No, you're not exactly a weapon, I would say, but
Oh no, he's a weapon.
A fucking weapon.
Oh, I'm a fucking weapon. Alright, so, whenever you take damage from an attack, you roll a number of dice equal to your armor rating, and then each success lowers the damage that you would be inflicted.
So, whenever we take damage, we roll 6 dice.
Yep. And then you can reduce the damage that you would take based on the number of successes that you get.
I assume we can just click armor and yeah.
Yeah, you should be able to, but I don't know if it's
Uh,
automatically tied in.
I will do it as a test. Yes.
Oh, perfect. All right.
So I would have negated 2 damage there in this in this.
Oh yeah, because the
fantasy
armor
attack.
is actually put in there. Also, you literally have a button that says initiative card.
Do we?
Do you?
Yeah, under the roll buttons at the top of your sheet.
Oh, hey, you
would
do.
you look at that? All
Huh.
right.
What's that do? Oh, I have it a 0. You wanted to send the results of this roll to the turn tractor, but no valid token was selected. Okay.
All right. Somehow you got a 0 for initiative, so I don't know how that worked.
I don't know either. Well, we won't worry about that. But
I'm
now
real
we know
quick.
that there's a thing.
Mm.
All right, so it is their turn. The one that is fighting with Chaplin, you're a little too close for him to shoot, but he is going to attempt to punch you.
Okay.
That's gonna hurt his hand.
It is probably going to hurt his hand. He did succeed. You are going to take 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Alrighty. And then 2 of them are dead. One of them is a little bit away from his gun. He is actually going to run like a bitch because he can't get to his gun. And then the other one is going to take a shot at Chris because Chris has the giant gun. Alright, Chris, so he hits, so go ahead and give me an armor roll.
Oh,
Oof.
damn.
Alright, you're going to take 3 points of damage.
Hey.
Alrighty, and then that should bring it up because you got 3 of them down. So, Tad, it is your turn.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably just try to put this guy. It was the guy I was fighting fought back, so he didn't run.
No.
I'll try to knock him out. And what did the working Joe say? Stop resisting. I'll say that.
Stop
Mhm.
resisting. Alright,
You're
go ahead, give
becoming
me.
hysterical.
Dang it.
Oof. Yeah, that is rough. And you can't push rolls as an android.
Nope.
So you swing, but unfortunately you can't see like a good way to do it in the most non-lethal way possible. So you just fail to swing at him. Your programming prevents you.
Okay.
All right.
He's only exposing weaknesses.
Next up is Chris.
Just like you're real bad at this. Stop
The
it.
guy running.
The guy running.
The guy running.
All right.
All right. Go ahead. Get a bonus die. In addition to your normal.
So that was for modifiers. I do 2, right?
No, that was for Call of Cthulhu.
Oh, okay. Okay. So just 1 modifier on this.
Yeah, 1 bonus. Oof.
Oh.
All right. Saint Killings.
All
is that
extra
what you
damage.
called that?
That's a lot of
Yeah,
damage.
I couldn't remember what even though it's like right in my gear, I couldn't remember what it's called, so I called it Saint Killings.
Okay, so your gun is called Saint Killings. Yeah, so he's running away, and you just put a burst right into his back, and he crumples. Poor Dante probably flinches from that, seeing another... I mean, I can't call it a spinal injury when you sever the spine entirely, but...
Severed. There is no more spine.
Alright, so Paige, it's your turn. There are 2 insurgents left, one who is armed and one who is fighting with Tad, who is still armed but not able to use his gun right now.
I'm gonna shoot the one that's not fighting with Tad.
Okay.
With the rifle again.
Alright, go ahead and give me a rifle shot.
Hee. Oh.
Nice.
Thanks,
Cool.
Stress.
So are you going to convert that to damage or do something special?
I'm gonna convert that one to damage.
Okay. Alright, so he takes that damage. He's very hurt, but he is still up as you shoot him right in the gut.
What a whore.
Keegan, it is your turn.
All right. How many do we got?
There are
left
2.
standing?
One fighting with Tad and the one that Paige just shot.
All right, and shooting at the one that is fighting Tad. Would that cause penalties?
You would take 1 penalty for shooting into melee.
I will not shoot at that one then. I will shoot at the other.
Okay.
Bang. Oh, right. I need to no modifiers. Bang. Uh-oh.
Hey.
Oh.
All right, so you
Face
shoot.
hug.
You shoot him,
Face hug.
but that is actually enough to kill him, even though you got the one shot. As you just kind of shoot him right in the chest. But I need you to make a panic roll.
Okay, I'll hit the panic button. 3.
Okay, that's not going to be anything. You managed to keep your cool. All right, so that leaves just the one who is going to attempt to swing at Tad again, and he misses. Okay. Tad, it makes it your turn.
Okay. I looked up some voice lines. I remember the one I like. You are becoming hysterical.
Oh, yeah, that's the one Paige said.
Yeah.
Yep. You're becoming hysterical.
Smack.
With their red fucking eyes.
Got him.
All right, so you managed to hit him. So he's
Bonk.
still up. He's getting hurt as you just keep smacking him, but he is still up. Unfortunately, you're still only getting like the one. Chris, it's your turn.
So there's one guy up.
There's one guy fighting Tad.
Whipping out the knife.
All right, you're gonna whip out the knife.
Yeah, I don't have a knife thing, so
Give me 1 second here.
There's some good ones in here. I'm gonna keep this open.
Oh wait, I do got it.
You got the knife stats?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Convert to damage.
All right. So that, in addition to what Chaplin's already done, you manage to just shank him right in the fucking side, and then he crumples.
Question.
Yo.
M56 Smart Gun gives me 3 bonus dice?
Yes.
Okay, this one doesn't have it, so I guess I'll just put that in.
Yeah,
it,
if it
it
doesn't...
did have the it did have the smart gun on my thing.
Oh, okay. All right, but yeah, so you guys managed to drop all of the insurgents. One thing to note when it comes to damage is, so androids can't actually heal; they have to be repaired. But for anybody else who takes damage after like 5 or 10 minutes outside of combat, your health goes back to full.
Yeah, I got a ding there, but I still have 5 health, so.
All right, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to take a short, like, 5-minute break, and then after that, we'll get back to the game, all right?
All right.
All right, so we'll be back, everybody. All right, and we are back. Nice.
I am
Good time.
really thankful for you guys convincing me that I don't have skin cancer, though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, no
I
problem.
think you do have skin cancer.
Oh fuck.
Oh well.
Well, okay. Well, there's Paige, just like instant. Like, nah, fuck you. They don't want to
Keegan.
tell you because they don't want to deliver the bad news over the phone.
Keegan,
They
I
don't
know
want to
you.
deliver the bad news.
Imagine
to
how
our
you're
birthday.
gonna feel tomorrow.
Day of all days.
I get on Discord
No,
and just
I
like,
don't
yup,
want to fucking talk
I got the
about
melanoma.
What stage though?
Huh? Probably like 7, knowing
Yeah.
my luck.
Okay, let's fucking chill first of all.
Or he's more melanoma than man.
Keegan, just weaponized melanoma.
I get abducted by the FBI or CIA or something like that. Just like, we need to know.
They're
Just like,
sir, this explains your entire personality. You're all cancer.
yeah, like, sir, did you realize you're just one tumor?
You're like Deadpool, but not cool.
Like your mother didn't have a baby; she had an ovarian cyst that just kept going.
Oh,
Oh, that's well. You know, there's
So about that
actually
game.
it's really rare. But tumors can grow like teeth and hair and stuff.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
can.
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
the ovarian ones. Yeah, they. I had a friend who had
Oh,
one removed that had a
God.
tooth in it.
That's fucked. It also makes me want to like make a fucking story about that. But anyways, go ahead.
So anyway, welcome back to the
Was it a
stream,
healthy
everybody.
tooth, or-
Cancer and ovarian cysts. And...
like,
No, it was like a weird, fucked up baby tooth. I don't know. I didn't ask details on what they pulled out of her body.
You
I'm just
should've.
wondering what a
You
dentist
always
would
ask.
think.
Anyways, so you guys just brutally murdered 5 insurgents who were dumb enough to attack an APC filled with Marines.
Is it really murder? I call it self-defense.
Okay, Chris murdered a man who was running away.
Yes,
that
that
was
is
murder.
Everyone else, it was self-defense.
But you're also colonial Marines, so it's kind of like whatever. They don't have
We have a
rights.
license to kill.
So I just kind of immediately drop my combat stance and say, "I'm glad I'm glad we resolved this," and then walk back to the APC.
I'm glad we resolved this peacefully.
I only wanted to help.
You are no longer hysterical. Oh, good stuff. Alright, so I'm assuming you guys are just going to continue on to the Marshal Station?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So after that excitement, you make your way to the Marshal Station. There wasn't really anybody around the area to really get involved with that. Unfortunately, you know, the reality of Ariarchus right now is firefights like this probably aren't all that uncommon with the number of insurgents that are active in the area. And you guys know that the marshals, you know, who are obviously the local law enforcement, are stretched pretty thin. So it doesn't really surprise you that none showed up. Also, you guys just killed these people with really, really brutal efficiency. So, you know, like I said, there's really no reaction from anybody. There's nobody around, and nobody really comes by. You guys just kind of load back up into the APC. The 3 other Marines that you guys have with you were taking up just guard positions around your vehicle, obviously. You know, they're with you, but they're doing proper NPC roles. So you guys make your way over to the Marshal Station, and you don't come up with any other or experience any other resistance as you're making your way over there. Give me one moment. Alright, so we are at the Marshal Station now.
That lagged just perfectly, so you said the Martian.
Yeah, that.
Oh, we are at the Marshal Station. We are not at the Martian.
Yet.
All right,
Mhm.
so you're in a part of town now. Now that you've gotten past like this area, what was kind of weird about this insurgency attack is this is a relatively nice neighborhood. Like I said, you're about half a mile out. As you get closer to the Marshal Station, you get to the nicer part of town, quote unquote. Again, a lot of these buildings are abandoned as people are leaving the colony. But this is where a lot of the doctors live, and obviously you have the Marshal Station. Closer you get to the Marshal Station, the nicer it gets because you're closer to law enforcement and you're closer to law and order.
Gentrified.
Very gentrified. All right, but yeah, so you guys know from the time that you've spent around here that the Marshal Station is very understaffed. They only have like a dozen deputies for roughly 2,200 colonists. Give me a moment here. So when you guys walk in to the front area here, to the entrance, there is a reception desk, and then it obviously goes further in. And there is a very frazzled-looking receptionist who is just kind of going through paperwork. She doesn't even look up as you guys are going in. I guess, again, I should ask who's going in.
I'm going in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go in this time too.
Okay, Chris?
Same as last time.
You're going to stand outside?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so the three of you go in, and like I said, the receptionist doesn't even like really look up as you guys walk in.
She doesn't look up?
She does not look up. She's looking through
Okay.
paperwork, and she's very frazzled.
Okay. I'm gonna look at her. Sorry, I forgot I'm the talkative one. I'm gonna look at her and, what time is it? Like afternoon or late night?
I think it's like always night here.
It's like always nighttime, but the actual like time clock is like afternoon.
Okay. I'm gonna say, hi, good afternoon. Like, how are you today?
So she kind of jumps a little bit because she didn't she didn't realize you guys were there, and then she kind of like gets slightly wide-eyed and she realized that you guys are like a group of fucking Marines.
Yeah.
And then she calms down a little bit when she realizes you were being like actually somewhat friendly.
Is she gonna answer me?
Sorry, give me 1 second. There's something in my drink that I'm trying to fish out, but it does not want to cooperate. Like, I think I've gotten
Okay.
half the drink out on my finger, and this thing is still in the fucking drink.
I bet it's a spider.
It's not a spider, it's
It
just a
is.
little piece of dust.
Mm.
I think I'm getting more in the water.
Mhm.
I shouldn't say water, it's a gin and tonic, but I can pretend that I'm being healthy. Alright, so she just looks up at you and she's just like, I'm okay, busy, what can I do for you guys?
I'm gonna look over
Greetings.
it.
I am a
Okay.
Hyperdyne 341C model synthetic unit, and we are here investigating some AWOL soldiers.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't really know much about that, but you might want to talk to Marshal Hyams.
Captain?
Okay. Would you be able to point me in his direction?
Yeah, just go back behind the desk to the bullpen.
Thank you very much. I will start
Let us
heading.
go. Let us go see the male bovine.
Why are you acting like that?
He's an android.
Yeah, I'm an android.
Why are you the way that you are? That's a question we ask Tad all the time.
Day.
It is.
Alright, so you guys walk back into the bullpen area. It's an open, white-paneled room. Fairly, like, it's decently large, but it's also very, like, basic. There's not a lot of decorations or anything else. You see, there are multiple desks around. This is where most of the deputies would have desks. There only really appears to be one individual in here, which you recognize. He's got, like, a badge on that signifies him as the marshal.
All right. And he's just like sitting at his desk right now.
Yeah, he's going through paperwork and he's looking at a couple of monitors. He looks over at you guys as you walk in. He kind of like he doesn't have like he doesn't look as wide-eyed as the receptionist was because he's obviously been here long enough that he's seen Marines. This is a goddamn military base, but he just kind of has a look of exasperation, like oh god, what now? And he just waves you guys over.
All right. Once I enter, I will say hello, Marshal. I was given some information that, and I will pull out my data pad and swipe to the.
Fuck, I don't remember.
The one,
yeah, I don't remember.
It was R.
Reese.
Reese, yeah. To Reese's picture. I was informed that you picked up this person last night.
He looks over and he says, I mean, I was probably at home sleeping.
Would you be able to tell me which deputy would have more information on this individual?
You think I keep track of every single drunk that one of my deputies picks up? You know how many colonists are here? You know how many of us there are?
No, I don't expect you to keep track of the drunks. I expect you to keep track of the deputies, though.
You think I file every single arrest or stop that they make? Or keep track of that? Like, just offhand by memory?
Well, do you have a computer that helps you with that? Maybe.
I mean, I've got a filing system, but that's, you know, that's not usually something I just share with people.
All right, would you be able to tell me which deputy was working last night in that area, at least?
I mean, I think Simmons was working.
All right, I assume Simmons is not working right now.
No, because he's one of my third shift guys. He's probably at home sleeping or spending time with his family.
All right,
He seems very combative.
yeah,
I'll give
that's fine.
So you were being hysterical.
Mm-hmm.
You get the feeling he doesn't really like you guys very much.
That's fine. I'm starting not to like him. Would you be able to show me to the brig? I need to see if this man is still here.
So he just kind of leans back in his chair a little bit and says, you want to go check out the jail? Where's your paperwork?
All right.
I don't see an acquisition form here. You got to remember, I'm still
trying
the
to
marshal.
acquire anything.
Or whatever. I don't know what form it would actually be. He would have to have a form, but I don't know what like the official form would be. So I just said acquisition. But he just says like I don't see any paperwork here. You got to remember, I'm still the marshal. You guys don't have just free reign of everything here. Not without the right channels.
All right.
Would someone like to give me a manipulation roll? Because there are
I'll
social
do it.
skills in this game.
Yeah. I'll manipulate the man with no modifiers. I won't manipulate the man.
Good. Yeah, he is just staring you down. Just like, I don't see any paperwork.
All right. Well,
Unless somebody else would like to try.
While this is going on, can I just, like, in my Android brain, search for the correct paperwork and possibly even, like, request it?
Make me Comtech.
Okay.
yeah, I was going to say that my plan was to turn around and immediately like call up the he's not a commander, is he?
Hatfield?
Yeah. Is he?
What is his rank?
He's a big deal.
Yeah.
He's a major.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, my next step was to literally like walk out of this room, try to get a hold of him, try to get the paperwork, and then walk back in there like minutes later.
All right, so Tad, you through your data pad, it's not really like an Android brain necessarily, but through your data pad, you're able to contact the base, and they're able to give you just like what would it, a request form. You get a request form
Okay. Do I,
sent
could
through.
I just have them fax it directly here?
So
So I
yeah,
just walk over to the fax machine, like while they're having that conversation. I just walk over to the fax machine, stare at it, and then it faxes something out. I grab
it's not a fax machine, no. So what happens is he's just kind of leaning back. He's like, I don't see any paperwork, and then there's like a doot doot, and he looks like side-eyed to his monitor.
it. I just kind of look up over my data pad. I believe we have the requested paperwork.
So yeah, he just lets out a long, long sigh. Just says,
Thank you.
"All right, fine. Look, we got one guy in the jail right now. I think it was a drunk that was brought in last night. And in our interrogation room, we have someone that we suspect might be an insurgent."
All right.
The insurgent, is his name Ivan?
Yes, it is.
Captain?
That is very useful.
Captain?
Fuck, now I'm
Captain?
just Data from Star Trek.
Keegan, why are you laughing? You never saw that.
I know who Data is. Come on.
Have you ever seen an episode with Data?
With Data, absolutely not. No.
Okay,
But I
so
know
fuck
who
off.
it is.
Just because of memes. I used to watch the Next Generation. I actually am familiar with Data.
All right. Well, I suppose that Ivan might be able to lead us to the rest of them, but also so could Reese. So I think
Would you like
getting our
to?
hand.
Would you like to head to the interrogation room, and I will go get a hold of our suspect?
Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay.
All right, so you're gonna head to the interrogation room, and then Tad is gonna head to the jail cell to go get Reese. What is Dante doing?
You said they're going to the interrogation room?
Well, Keegan's going to the interrogation room. Tad is going to go grab Reese from the jail.
I'll go with Tad.
All right, so
I'm
you're
sure
gonna
we'll
go with
probably
Tad.
grab Hammer too, I'm assuming.
Well, Hammer's outside. Are you going outside to get Hammer?
Should we? I feel like he could be a good intimidation factor.
Probably, yeah. Go get him
Yeah.
and take him to the intimidation room. Intimidation.
Intimidation room. The accuracy there is fantastic.
And
Okay.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm just going and grabbing a guy. I shouldn't need help.
Well, Dante
Okay.
was gonna go with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go out to Hammer. And hey, we gotta go grab a guy from one of the jail cells, and I feel like having you there would be pretty good, motivation for him to get the fuck out of the jail cell, even though why would he resist? But, you just never know with these people, so I feel like you should come with us.
Information gathering, I get you.
Yes.
Haul the gun over my shoulder and walk in.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. All right. So is it just Keegan going to the interrogation room? And then the three of you are going to go grab Reese?
I believe so. Yeah. Unless you want to go to the interrogation room, Chris. I
I
don't
feel
know if
like you
maybe
guys
Matt.
would be better in the interrogation room.
You think so?
Because, yeah, you'd be actually intimidating.
Okay. Well, then I guess we'll go to the intimidation room.
Okay. So it's
I said
just
intimidation room.
we're calling it the intimidation room now. It's not
Yeah,
an
it's
interrogation room.
just
It is
what it
the
is now, I
intimidation
guess.
room.
All right. Okay.
All right. So Tad, are you just going to grab Reese by yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you guys kind of split up, do your thing. Give me a second here.
Jesus.
Sorry, that was a hiccup for anybody listening or watching. They're a little obnoxious with me. So you know that Reese is being held in jail cell 4. So you go in that direction while the rest of you go to the interrogation room. So we'll start with everyone else first and then we'll get to Tad. So there is, when you walk inside the intimidation... I actually did that, not even like ironically, like I just said that naturally. When you guys walk into the intimidation room, there is actually what appears you can see one deputy in there who looks like he's in the middle of questioning a balding kind of like pot-bellied man, and they both stop and like look over at you, and the deputy does not look nearly as combative as the marshal, as he just kind of looks up wide-eyed like, "Oh shit, hi."
Hello.
Am I in there yet,
Yeah,
is-
you're in. Like all three of you are in the intimidation room.
Get out.
He kind of like gives you a weird
All right.
look, but then also sees the massive gun, and he looks over at Stoles and just like he's got like a little bit of a scared expression, but he looks over at Stoles and just kind of chuckles, and then he gets up and walks out. And Stoles looks very concerned.
That's fair.
It's working!
Mhm.
So you guys are. So he walks out, closes the door. So the three of you are alone in the intimidation room with Ivan Stoles.
All right, I'll go ahead and sit down across from him.
Okay.
Just sit there for a moment.
So he's just sitting there quietly. You see he's rubbing his chest a little bit.
I'm glad you said chest.
You feeling all right there?
I have really bad heartburn. Can I
Oh.
Son of
Can-
a bitch!
Can I get some water, please?
Yeah, I'll go get you some water, and I'm gonna go get that fucker some water, and I'm gonna take the longest to get some fucking water.
All right, so Dante leaves the room to go to, we're gonna say over by their weapons locker or whatever. They got a water
goddamn
cooler.
basement. I'm going to the basement, the dirtiest fucking pipe, and getting that fucker some water that he's not gonna need in 2 seconds. Yeah, that's what's happening.
All right, but yeah, so she walks out to go get some water, and he's just sitting there.
Well, while my compatriot there gets you something, maybe you can give me something.
What do you want?
Well, I know that you have had some contact with another man that is in the
Scandalous.
What's that?
Scandalous. He's having
Just ignore
contact
him.
with another man.
Ignore
Oh
him.
God.
With the other man that is currently being detained here, would like a little bit more information on your relationship with him and his compatriots.
Make a manipulation roll. Get a bonus dice because you got hammer with you.
Modifiers 1. Exactly 1.
Exactly 1. Okay. So he kind of looks hesitant at first, but then finally, like looking at hammer and the giant ass gun, he's just like, "All right, look, I'm with the insurgency. Um, I met with the 4 Marines last night, and we discussed selling some information. They don't have just intelligence, though. Um, Sergeant Wojcik and the other Marines apparently smuggled out bioweapon samples, and they were offering them to the UPP for protection.
Okay.
I do know that Wojcik was picked up by my compatriots shortly after I met with them at the Eye of Oblivion, but I don't know where they are. I don't know where they would have taken them.
Where are your compatriots normally at?
I mean, we usually meet at Eye of Oblivion. I was just supposed to be a contact for the Marines. They wanted to have me talk to them so that way they wouldn't risk anybody too high up.
All right. These bioweapons. You get your eyes on those?
I didn't know. I asked them about them, and they seemed very dodgy about it, and they seemed very nervous. But they said that they had the samples with them, but they wouldn't show them to me. They said something about they wanted protection and medical assistance.
Why?
They didn't say what they needed the medical assistance for. They seemed fine to me, besides just being very nervous. Wojcik seemed very agitated, and I noticed she was breaking out, but I don't know what
Breaking out?
Yeah, like she had some like hives
Like
on her
hives?
forehead. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And were you taken in around the same time as Reese was?
Yeah, the other man that was arrested. Yeah, I was making my way back home when the marshals picked me up. Apparently
You
they
think?
already suspected my ties to the insurgency.
Mm. All right. Well, gosh, you've been very helpful.
He looks back over at Hammer and the big ass gun. He's just like,
Mhm.
yeah, no,
And now the knife.
and now the knife that he's brandishing.
Well, I really can't thank you enough for being so forthcoming with the information that I was asking for. I really thought that we would have to actually, like put the fear of God in you, but here we are.
No,
Just
I already got the fear, sir. I'm already all right. I've been here long enough. I don't, things are tense enough. He looks back over at Hammer.
I do like the lunge forward thing.
Yeah,
With a quick,
like the what, bitch, what? Like
yeah,
that.
but
Yeah,
like,
he
just
he
silence,
almost falls
almost-
out of the chair.
Good.
all right. I'll turn to Hammer. Unless you have anything that you can think of, I feel like I've gotten just about all the information I need.
Nah.
All right. Well, I suppose we should go see how our friend Reese is doing.
All right, pause on you guys. Dante, what are you doing? So, I mean, there's a water cooler over by the weapons locker.
Mhm. Well, I mean, Dante doesn't know what it is, so yeah, I'm just gonna go get him a glass of water like normal.
Okay. So we're going to pause on you because you're walking back into the interrogation room about the same time that they're leaving. Pause on you. So, Tad.
Yeah.
So, Chaplain, you make your way over. It's a dimly lit section of the actual Marshall Station, but you get back into the holding areas. All of the cells are empty except for cell 4, which is the
Yeah.
one that has Reese in it. So when you walk up to the cell, it's got like a keypad, and the marshal gave you the information you need to open up the keypad. Right now, you can see somebody who's just laying away, like he's like he's laying on the bed and he's turned away from you.
How's his chest looking?
I mean, he's turned away from you, so.
Real quick, Jesse, which one did you say was the one that seemed to be having some sort of medical issue?
They just mentioned in general that they needed medical attention. They didn't say which one.
Okay.
The one who was breaking out in hives was Wojciech.
Okay, we'll check. All right.
I guess I'll just walk up and knock on the bars.
You knock on the bars, he doesn't respond.
Greetings.
No response.
Okay, well, I guess I'll key in the code, and as I'm keying it in, I just say, "Do you require medical assistance?"
No response. You key it in and the door opens.
Okay, I just walk up. I'm here to help, and I put my hand on his shoulder and give the dramatic reveal of him probably having a fist-sized hole in his chest.
He has a fist-sized hole in his chest as you turn him
no!
over.
What?
Make an observation roll.
Son of a bitch.
Who could have predicted?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, so you notice that there's dried blood all over the floor by his bed. When you turn over, you see his face and his hands have actually been chewed off, and then there's the hole in his chest with his ribs bent outward. As you see just inside the shadows, as you can see from the outside of the holding cell, you can see that there appears to be a slimy, almost like 2-meter long bloated hammock that looks like it's suspended by resin webbing.
Huh. Can
Yeah.
I grab that and flush it down the toilet?
Well, it's over in this area. You only notice it as you turn around after like looking at him. It's over in this area, and it's 2 meters, so it's 6 feet.
Oh yeah, that's a little bit too big to put down a toilet.
It's a little bit too big to put down a toilet.
Maybe your
also,
toilet.
more important though, you see the fleshy sack pulsing and writhing until finally you see something tear away from what appears, the hammock almost appears like a cocoon, and it flops onto the floor and it rises up, and you see this black figure with a long, elongated head and metal teeth.
I think that looks like it's being hysterical.
Also, that is not human.
So I can
Yeah,
get
that's
weapon
not a
on
person, so you can beat the shit out of that.
That
Yeah.
is definitely not a person. For everyone else, although it's going to take a little bit, you can actually everyone make observation rolls besides Tad.
Oh man, I'm so good at observing things.
I'm
I'm
not.
not.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay.
Hell
I'm the,
yeah.
I'm the only one with anything in observation, I see.
Chris, go ahead and give me a panic roll.
Oh.
3. Okay. So you managed to keep in control, so you don't freak out or anything. But it's a little bit stressful, obviously, after talking to this guy. Like, you've been brandishing your knife and everything. You've been like ready to fight, but you've only killed a couple of people today, and it's just like, damn it.
That knife brandishing really took the energy out of me.
Yeah, you're just like, man, I've been brandishing this knife, but I only stabbed one person today. Like, it feels empty, It feels empty. But none of you noticed the hissing coming from the holding area. So, Tad, I need you to draw initiative.
There's a button for it.
There is. I think I need a token selected for the button to work.
I
Though.
don't have
Oh.
tokens up, and I'm not going to fuck with tokens right now.
Okay. If I click it, it says you need to send the result.
That's
of the
fine.
roll.
Just draw a card.
Okay. Boop.
Yeah, if I had a token out, it would probably work.
Yeah.
8. All right, let's see what the Xeno gets. 10. All right, you actually go first.
Oh hey.
Okay. Well, I have a cutting torch, and I can use a weapon against this.
Yes,
Oh.
you can.
So I'm gonna cutting torch it.
Alrighty, give me a roll. While I get its stats up.
Nope.
Oof. Yeah, and you can't push.
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
What's fun, I do want to point out, when you guys did Chariot of the Gods, you dealt with abominations, which were the mutated people, and you dealt with neomorphs, which were the creatures from Alien Covenant. This is actually the first xenomorph we have encountered in the Alien RPG.
Also, I can't push, but I can use one of those things, right? The
You
3 I
can
have.
use it, yeah, you can use a story point to get an automatic success if you would like.
I will use a story point
Alright, so you
'Cause-
use a story point.
these things will fuck me up.
They are strong. Alright, so you use a story point to get an automatic success. What's the damage rating on that?
I don't know. It's just cutting torch weight 1.
Alright, give me 1 second to bring to grab the book and take a look. I think it's
I'll
3, but
Okay.
I think, but I'm not 100% sure off the top of my head. Like I said, that's the one thing I don't like about this module compared to Chariot of the Gods, is I don't have it easily accessible. Alright, a cutting torch is 3 damage.
Okay.
It is also
So
armor piercing.
So if I just click that, yeah, 3 damage.
Yeah. Alright, so you do 3 damage. Like I said, it's armor piercings. That's very good, because these things have a lot of armor. Alright, so you cut into it. It shrieks out in pain. Give me a second here. Some acid splashes off of its body, but luckily none of it manages to hit you.
Okay.
Alright, and then that makes it its turn. So give me a second here. Gotta bring my dice roller app back up. Alright, so it's gonna make an attack against you. It is going to... Alright, so it is going to attempt to grab you with its inner jaws poised ready to strike. I need you to make a close combat roll.
Okay. So no modifiers, I'm guessing.
No modifiers.
Nope.
Alright, and then it's going to make its roll. Okay, so you are considered grappled as it grabs you, ready to just strike at your head.
Okay. Is it my turn again then?
It is your turn again.
Can I still attack it while we're close combat?
Yeah. I mean, you have a cutting torch. All you really have to do is just, like, swipe it.
Okay.
Actually, I'll give you
Can
a
I-
bonus dice because you're grappled.
Oh, okay. I'll take that. I don't put a plus for this, right? It's just a 1?
It's just a 1, yeah.
Okay. Wow, okay.
That's pretty garbage, yeah.
Fuck you, I guess.
Alright, so yeah, you're not able to get a good enough angle to get to it. For the rest of you, when he used the cutting torch the first time, you guys all heard a really loud, monstrous shriek coming from the holding area.
Oh, well. Head over there.
Alright, so you guys start making your way over to the holding area. It is back to the Xenomorph's turn. So the Xenomorph opens its outer jaws wide, and the inner jaw leans out, and it gnashes its teeth in anticipation, and then snaps forward. So you take 2 points of damage as it grabs at your forehead. Now, normally, this would be really, really bad, but you're not human. So you take 2 points of damage.
I mean, I'm almost down to human health, so that's kind of bad.
Almost down to human health. Alright, so the rest of you get over to the holding area where Chaplin is at, and as you guys run in, you see this strange creature with this long, like, thrashing tail and the elongated head and the metal teeth, and it's got Chaplin, and it's trying to, like, grab at his head with his weird inner mouth. Everyone except for Chaplin gets 1 point of stress. Seeing
Let me
this
help.
grotesque alien creature.
You're becoming hysterical.
Mhm. Don't do that.
Cut into it. Are you in need of medical assistance? All right. So Paige, go ahead and draw a card.
Oh.
Just all you have to do is just click the button.
Oh
Alright.
shit! I picked it.
Oh, that's
Oh,
fine.
I got a-
I
I got a
can...
7.
7? Okay.
There we go.
All right. So you got a 7. Tad got an 8. The creature got a 10. Keegan, go ahead and draw a card.
All right. Second. Damn it. Use. All right. Joker.
Draw again. I didn't know jokers were in this.
2.
I'm a
Two.
joker.
Be in the deck.
I'm a
You know, to be fair, it is
No,
actually good to
Lord.
know that jokers are in there because jokers are used in Savage Worlds pretty heavily, actually.
The next person draws instruction card.
Yeah.
Chris, draw a card. King. All right, that counts as a 10. So it's going to be Keegan, Paige, Tad, Zeno, and Chris. All right, Keegan, it is your go. So you see this monstrous creature trying to just fucking eat away the head of Chaplin.
I'm
You were
gonna try to
damaged
shoot it.
secondary property.
All right, go ahead and give me an attack roll.
All right. -1 because it's in combat, right?
Yes.
Ooh.
That is
Damn.
all damage. Actually, no. Can one of them be that it is no longer grappling?
Yeah, I'll say
Tad.
that you're able to push it back. Like the drop an item thing, it just drops Tad.
There
Okay.
you
So that one, and then the other one is damage.
All right, so it's gonna roll armor.
go. It's armor piercing.
Is the pulse rifle armor piercing?
Yes,
Yep.
Oh.
Armor
it
piercing.
is armor
full
piercing,
auto.
full auto grenade launcher.
Alrighty. So you're gonna do. You said 4. All right.
What?
No, I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm
the
talking
first-
to myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you do 2, and then you're doing 2 addition, or you're doing 1 additional, so 3, and then you're
Yeah.
using the other one to drop him. All right. Alrighty. So next up is Paige. So you shoot into its back, and it shrieks out in pain, and it drops Tad as it turns over to face the rest of you,
Hissing.
hissing.
I think she said kissing. She wants to kiss the Xeno.
Oh, you wanna make out with the xenomorph?
It's a hell of a French kisser.
It is. It's very good. It has 2 tongues.
Would it be overkill
Ha.
if I like launched a grenade at it or like?
Did you
Did
take
the
your
rocket
RPG
launcher-
in here?
No, I wouldn't have. You're right.
Because
I would've
that's a
done that anyways.
huge. That is way bigger than even the auto gun. Like, it's a shoulder mounted fucking rocket launcher.
Yeah, I probably would just have the knife, the cutting torch, and the pulse rifle, not
Okay.
the pistol.
I was about to say the marshal probably would have reacted differently. Like you left the guy with the big gun outside, but if one of you walked in with an RPG, the marshal probably wouldn't have argued.
Yeah. Oh wait, I do have a pistol.
Oh.
Okay, so I have a pulse rifle, a pistol, a cutting torch, and a knife.
Nice. So what are you using?
Hold on.
Those were some noises.
Yep, we're gonna do the pulse rifle again.
Pulse rifle. Alrighty, give me that attack roll.
Rated its big ugly mug.
Not -1 because we're not grappling anymore.
Ooh, I got a panic die.
You did get a panic die. All right, so are you converting that to straight damage or trying to do a different stunt?
Can I push it back?
Yeah.
Do a flip.
Yeah, you absolutely can push it back. So you do 2 points of damage to it. So you manage to shoot out one of its legs, and it starts retreating backwards as you see massive amounts of acid just bleeding from its body and pooling up on the floor and just releasing this really noxious, arid smoke. As it starts shrieking back, actually further away even from Chaplin, as it's very injured as you do that.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead and give me a panic roll.
4.
4. All right. So you managed to keep your cool. It's obviously like you don't know what the hell is going on, especially once you see that like acidic cloud start billowing from the floor. That kind of stresses you out as you're like, what the fuck is that? But you managed to keep a lid on it.
Can I point out that everyone's rolled a 2 on panic so far?
Yeah.
I rolled a 3.
Yeah, you rolled a 3 because you had 1 panic, so it was a +1. She rolled a 4 because she has 2 panic, +2.
Yeah, it's all been very straightforward. Alrighty, so after Paige is Tad. So the Xeno is pushed back from the gunfire from Paige's gun. It looks very injured.
You and I are going to have a talk about safety, and I swing my fusion plasma cutter at it.
Alright, give me an attack roll.
God damn it.
Damn, you are not doing well today.
No, I'm Bad Mary.
You are Bad Mary tonight. I like how Bad Mary is just going to be a meme for this group.
Yeah.
I mean, it was real bad, I gotta say. As the person who has been Bad Mary, it was not great.
As the original Bad Mary, Keegan can contest. Being Bad Mary ain't great.
So I'm hurt enough that I think I'm just going to use another story point
Okay.
to do 3 damage to it.
Alrighty, so it starts retreating past you, and it's not really paying as much attention as it's retreating from the gunfire. And you just kind of launch up, and you're like, "Me and you need to have a talk about safety." And you just run your cutting torch right alongside from bottom to top, right alongside its head, as you just manage to cut a clean cut, not all the way through because its head is elongated, but you definitely see some brain matter as the acid starts pouring down, and the creature slumps over dead. As that happens, the marshal and the deputy come running up, screaming, just like, "What the fuck is that?"
I'm glad we resolved this as I click off my cutting torch.
But yeah, so all of you are standing there looking at this very fucking strange creature.
It's dead?
Mm-hmm.
I
just
mean,
killed
I
it.
sure shit hope so.
Marshall, when was the last time you patrolled the brig area?
So he's just looking dumbfounded, and he's just like, I mean, we don't usually do a lot of patrols. I haven't checked in several hours.
Perhaps you would like to start, and then I just kind of turn around and go and grab Reese's body.
Okay, so he goes over, and you see him like kind of go into the jail cell and pull out this dead body with its face and hands eaten away and its chest bursted. Everyone but Tad gets a point of stress.
Oh, okay.
And I just carry him out like under my arm. As I walk past the captain, I just say, "Mission accomplished."
Is it though?
He said dead or alive.
Well, I suppose mission 25% accomplished so far.
This side objective accomplished.
Yeah. Well, seeing how much damage Chaplin has taken, I'm going to ask the nice marshal if there is anything around here that can be used to repair Chaplin.
Does anybody have any mechanical skill?
I have Comtech and I have heavy machinery if I can fix myself.
Does anybody else have heavy machinery, just out of curiosity?
I
do
have
not.
3.
Oh, there you
shit.
Do you, Chris?
Nope.
Oh, yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Alright, give me 1
Just-
second just to look this up.
Yep. I have it on the modifier screen, so if you need me to change anything, just let me know.
Alright, no problem. So, let's see. I need to figure out where the fuck the synthetic thing is.
go.
111. So I wasn't too far away. Alright, I actually need... You know what? Yeah, go ahead and give me the heavy machinery.
Okay, no mod.
No mod.
2.
2?
266.
Alright.
Nice.
So normally it's a Comtech roll, but I'm going to go ahead and allow the heavy machinery too, because that seems like it would be just as
Oh.
effective. But yeah, so Tad, you go back to full health.
Oh, nice.
Cool. Yeah,
It
I
does
don't have
take a
con-
little
tech,
bit of
so-
time to do it, but you know, right now you're not in immediate danger, so you're able to, you know, fuck around with it and get him repaired.
Working.
How much time if we're taking a rest?
It's enough time for everyone to regain HP.
How much?
All of it.
Okay,
You
thank
only
God.
you only need like 5 or 10 minutes to regain all of your hit points.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this isn't
Yeah.
like D&D where you need like an hour. Literally, if you just have a moment to catch your breath, you're fine. Also, because everyone's taking a moment here while she's repairing him, the rest of you can regain 1 stress. So your stress score will go down by 1.
Neat.
Including me.
Yep.
Baller.
All right. Well, that. I guess while we're taking this time, I probably can I like get a secure channel kind of thing with Hatfield.
You already have a secure channel
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Major Hatfield.
Okay. I would very much like to get a hold of him about this situation.
Okay. So yeah, you connect with Hatfield, and he just answers, Major Hatfield here. Charlie team, go ahead, debrief.
Well, we have found Reese. He is no longer with us, not by our doing.
All right.
We found him in a jail cell. Can I like do images? Can I? Is this like a Zoom call?
We'll say you have you have a smartphone, so.
Okay. I'll go into the jail cell, and this was in the room with him.
So it's kind of quiet on the other end, and he just says, after a couple of minutes, he's just like, all right, I need you to keep a lid on this as much as possible. Make sure
Yes,
none
sir.
of your team talks to anybody else, any other witnesses. Make sure to detain them and give me their contact information so we can send a team to debrief them.
Okay. The only witnesses so far are the marshal and how many? Is there just like one deputy right now?
There's just the one deputy. The receptionist did not come over here. She heard screeching and
Okay,
stayed the
that's
fuck away.
But yeah, I'll tell them that just the marshal and the single deputy working right now are the only witnesses so far.
Okay. So he says, "All right, I'll send a team over to the Marshall station to debrief them right now. Um, continue as before. Obviously, this is a much bigger priority now. You need to find the other Marines just in case whatever the hell happened here is happening with them. We'll send a team to debrief and to take care of anything left over."
All right. I will continue searching for the rest of the Marines.
All right, Major Hatfield out. Contact me if you get any other contact.
Affirmative.
All right. So he disconnects the call.
Cool. Once I am done with that, I will inform the rest of the team that obviously this has gotten a little bit more hush-hush than it already was, so we should be very careful about everyone that we talk to.
All right. So what are you guys doing?
Well,
Go
we
ahead.
know they're sending people to debrief these marshal and deputy. Didn't he tell us not to let them talk to anyone else?
Yeah, we need to. He said detain them, but I imagine it would be well enough to just make sure that they do not leave the station until the Major's team gets here.
I mean, making it so they can't leave the station would be detaining them.
Well, I
we
think
don't
what
need to tell them
Keegan's.
that being.
Yeah, I think Keegan's just saying make
Yeah.
sure they don't leave.
Mhm. Okay,
All right.
so
It
I guess
does.
we sneakily
Yeah.
detain them.
So yeah, the marshal and his deputy, they just kind of they kind of gather around the creature and look at it, kind of paying attention to it, trying to figure out what the hell it is. And it only takes maybe about 10-15 minutes because the Marshall Station is not very far from the base, from Fort Nebraska, and obviously. As soon as you send this message to Hatfield, like before he ends the call, he already has a team heading to the Marshall Station. So a large group, like probably like almost like half a dozen Marines come storming in. And they motion to the marshal and the deputy and kind of take them aside, while the other half of them are just freaking out when they see the creature, but they manage to contain themselves enough to start like trying to bag it up and everything. And once they show up, the sergeant that's in charge of this not extraction team, but this team that showed up, kind of just gives you a nod and says, "We got it from here."
As we're leaving, just bang, bang.
Double tap. So what are you guys doing?
All right. Well, our next best, what is it? Lead, I guess, is
Hold on.
is the port.
Yeah,
What?
but shouldn't shouldn't we like check on him? Would we? Well, we saw that thing come out of his chest, and he has heartburn. I think our characters would be able to probably put 2 and 2 together here.
That's fair.
All right, so you guys going in the interrogation room?
You mean the intimidation room? Yeah.
Intimidation room. Sorry. All right. When you guys open the door to the intimidation room and look inside, you see that Stoles is still handcuffed to the table, and he looks just the same as he did before.
Hmm.
He's still waiting for that water because Dante never actually went into the room.
Well, I'm a medical droid, so I can at least examine him.
Yeah, go ahead and give me medical.
Okay. So I will give. Hey.
All right, 2 successes. All right, so you check him over and everything. He has heartburn.
Okay.
Like you can tell by his dietary, by his body and everything. Like he just legitimately has heartburn. He just needs like Tums.
Would I have Tums in my first aid kit?
Yes, you've got. I'll say you got an antacid that you can give to him.
Okay. I take the water and I just put the antacid in the water and I hand that to him.
Okay, he thanks you and he takes it.
And then I hand him a bill for $3,000.
I mean, this is the United Americas, so that does seem proper.
No, by this time, Android Sanders has taken over, and we have universal health care.
All right, so what are you guys doing after that? So, like, he seems freaked out. He's obviously heard the sounds of commotion and gunfire and everything, but he knows better than to ask.
Everything is fine. There was a bit of an issue. And I'll motion towards Hammer. Someone took care of it.
The one guy who didn't fire his weapon during that fight.
Yeah, but he's already terrified of Hammer, so.
I mean, that is fair. So he just keeps his mouth shut and nods.
Alright, no, actually the port probably is a dead end at this point because, Ivan said that, the rest of, their crew got picked up.
Well, he said
He
Wojciech got picked up. He didn't say the rest of the crew. He said
Oh,
Wojciech.
just Wojciech, okay. And the only time that Ivan met with the rest of the AWOL crew, it was at Oblivion's Eye or whatever.
Eye of Oblivion, yes.
Yeah. So what we could do is like stake out Eye of Oblivion, see if any of the rest of them, either of the other two, I guess, show up. But I'm slightly concerned that Wojak, might just take whoever is helping them to go pick them up directly, so I'm not sure if that would work. If anyone else has any suggestions, I am all ears.
They were asking around the spaceport too.
Yeah, but they were asking around the spaceport to try to get off planet. They might not need that anymore if the insurgents can provide that. However, no, because the insurgents wouldn't have.
The insurgents would already be gone if they could provide that, I would think.
Well, that would have been like last night. If I would I know anything about the people we're going after to know if they would just leave Reese behind?
You're not sure. That's not information that you would necessarily be able to say.
Okay.
Probably not, because you guys probably wouldn't leave your team behind, but You don't know for sure.
Would we have records of like things like ships coming and going? Could we tell if there was like an unauthorized launch?
You guys know that the quarantine started pretty much right when the Marines got off base. Nobody's left the planet. Or the moon,
Okay.
I should say.
Okay.
But most of the people trying to get off the moon are at the spaceport.
Yeah.
All right, so maybe the spaceport is our logical next step then. All right, so spaceport then.
To the spaceport.
Spaceport.
All right. So as you guys are leaving, once you're passing by the receptionist desk, you actually see the receptionist kind of motion over towards you guys and say, "Hey, one moment." So our marshals are spread pretty thin, and I just wanted to say we haven't had any contact with the San Rocco medical facility in several hours.
That sounds ominous.
And then just walks away.
It's not wrong.
I mean, he's not, no.
Do you guys often call the hospital?
Well, the hospital usually reports any injuries or fatalities or anything to us just to keep the information going, but we haven't had any contact with them in the last few hours. I don't have any deputies in the area to send that way.
I'm sure things have just been fine. We'll check on it for you.
Okay, so she just kind of nods and says, "Thank you. I just thought maybe you guys should know." And she looks back at the team of Marines behind you and just says, "Since it doesn't look like any of us are going to be leaving anytime soon."
You're in good hands.
Get comfortable. Yeah.
All right, but yeah, so you guys walk outside. It doesn't, like, there's a few people kind of lingering around because they obviously heard gunshots, but once they see you guys walk out of the building, they just kind of look away real fast and walk away. They don't want to be involved in this, but you guys are standing outside with the APC. You see Iona kind of leaning out of the driver's side, like he kind of opens up the door and just like, what the hell went on in there? We heard gunshots.
This might be more meta than anything, but would these three be
okay
on the
to
same
tell?
level as like the rest of the party?
Yeah.
Like would I inform them of everything that just happened?
Like imagine we had 7 people playing in the group.
Okay.
They are additional PCs. I chose the 4 characters that would be used tonight, and for this session, they were among that pool. So these are full-fledged, like they are members of your squad. They are equal members.
Okay. I will tell them something that should not be discussed right here, and I will get into the APC.
Okay, so we'll say that you debrief the 3 of them inside the APC. They obviously look stressed out and freaked out, but you know they accept it. Like, all right, so what's our next plan? Where are we going?
The medical center.
Oh, okay.
We're close to the medical center right now. If we're gonna go take care of that.
Might as well then, yeah.
Betsy, looking at the map.
No, because
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's over in this direction.
Wojak.
Base part is down here.
Wojak. I had a person that I played football with that was Wojak, not Wojak, but
It's also the name of the drawing for like that feel when guy in the meme. He's Wojak.
Oh,
There's also a show about a horse.
that's Bojack.
Oh shit!
Mhm.
Way to go, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do anything right.
Mm-hmm.
They were the ones that had the hives, so I can't imagine they would be there because they're the ones that got picked up by insurgents. But, I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to the medical facility next?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And that is where we're going to end it for the night.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Alrighty, so that is the first part of Destroyer of Worlds. Based on the rate that we're going, you guys are about halfway through the first act.
Oh.
So
How
we're
many acts?
leaning. There are 3, so we're leaning more towards the 5 to 6 session route, which is good. Like it's going to be a little bit longer. To be fair, this first part is a little bit more sandbox exploratory, so you know, this first part takes a little bit longer. Maybe some of the other ones won't take as long, but we're probably looking at about 4 to 6 sessions to complete this. So for anybody who's watching, listening with us right now, so we are going to be back next Thursday on the 29th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we will continue with part 2 of Destroyer of Worlds with the Alien RPG. So for anybody who's watching and listening, have a good night.
Night.
Bye.
Love
Thanks
you.
for tuning in, and happy Earth Day again.
Earth.
Yep. Happy Earth Day.
Earth.
Goodbye, everybody.
Earth.